Hey folks, Caius2922 here with you today in the Work at a Pizza Place game. This is a really fun game that I try to enjoy playing. It can be a bit of a pain playing in the public servers. There's a lot of opportunities for people to be disruptive and counterproductive. So I have a private server. I recommend it if you like this game and you have some friends who like it. Um, you definitely want to have a good 3 or 4 other people at least playing with you. I feel like 6 is or more is definitely optimal because you need enough people to cover the stations to keep the product flowing through. The more pizza and drinks you sell, the more money you make, which is very realistic. So, so let's head on inside here. And as with all restaurants, there's a number of different stations to work at. Up front, you have the cashier taking the orders. And in the kitchen, you have the cook making the pizzas. And back here, you have the pizza boxing area. And they're sending things through to be delivered. And on the other side of town, you have the supply warehouse, and this is where you will you can load up these trucks. You'll stand on these little buttons here, and they'll generate these crates will come down, and you load up on everything. Ultimately, you want to max out everything. It goes up to 99 of each, so. Then you drive the truck back, and oh well, you also you make money, of course, in the game, and you want to save up a lot of money so you can fix up your home. And I just finally, after all the time I've been playing this, spent money. I saved up like $150,000 or so, and maybe a little bit more than that, and I finally built up my house just earlier, actually. So, so this is all new for me. I'm excited about it. And so let's go back to the cashier job. And really, you really only need 2 people up here. I've found one person can handle the counter here, and just having one other person working the window over here is good. So you greet them, and there's a tutorial for this. There's tutorials for every station, I believe. So you'll be able to walk through all these things, all these different positions whenever you go to play the game as well. But I'll give you an overview of everything as well myself. And I'll show you whenever someone else walks in, there's a way you can kind of catch them like halfway and start the conversation with them, so that right after you take one customer's order, you can jump on theirs and take them as well, and kind of keep everything moving pretty quickly. Okay, wasn't able to deal with this guy. Also, the customers that come in are replicants of the players playing the game. I'm pretty sure in the public servers and definitely in the private servers too, so that's why they all look like me so far. I'll take a few more orders here. Yeah, there's no right or wrong thing or way to ask them or anything like that. But yeah, the way that there's that little question mark and you tap on that to take their order, sometimes the customers walking in already have those above their head, and you can ask them when they get like halfway to the counter, and that way they're already queued up and ready to talk to you whenever you get done working with the other customer, and you can kind of work on them at the same time. You just have to make sure you get the whoever was there first, you have to get their order first, otherwise it'll get crossed up and you'll take the wrong order for the wrong person. Okay, so let's head back and we'll start cooking. For sure, one thing that I definitely prefer is to always keep these open, especially when it gets really busy. It's just one less thing to do whenever you've got pizza and everything flying around back here. Now, there is a bonus period. It's called double time, when everyone's moving twice as fast, and just a bunch of orders will just appear up here, and then the orders are coming through faster. That's when you want to have 2 cooks for sure. Generally, you really only need 1 person. But when it's double time and things are moving really fast, you want 1 person prepping, throwing the pizzas in the ovens, and then somebody else just watching the ovens, because they're getting done so fast that if they overcook, they'll catch on fire. And then you have to go over and get the fire extinguisher out, and put the fire out. So yes, let me get these pizzas together. I like to, when I'm cooking, I just like to like set up a bunch of pizzas and just have them ready as the orders are coming back, and just get the toppings on them, the sauce and the cheese, and that way they're just ready. And you can actually cook them like this, and then after they come out, put the toppings on and send them through. But I will go ahead and just prep all of these. So let's see, we did the one with pepperonis, there's a sausage, plain, another pepperoni, and another sausage. So we'll just go ahead and cook all these ones. I'm using a mouse now, so it's a little bit more efficient when you're cooking. And yeah, people can come in here and like screw around and, you know, grab the fire extinguisher and start spraying it everywhere, start throwing dough everywhere, and they'll get bugs on them and go bad. It gets pretty toxic. It's unfortunate. It's hard to avoid though. So yeah, you just grab these and throw them away once they're bad. One weird thing though is, like, once somebody's touched them and like handled them, you can't pick them up yourself for a period of time. It's like whoever put them on the floor has to grab them, it seems like. And it's the same way in the back as well, in the boxing area, which I'll head to now. Let me see if I can say everything I wanted to about the cooking area. Yeah, the main thing is just during that double time period, it's very it's much more efficient if you have 1 person working the ovens, getting the pizzas out, sending them through, and another person prepping. But you know, if everyone's you know, working together, and you've got people up front taking the orders are coming back fast, you'll crank things through faster with 2 people in the kitchen as well. But in the downtime, like now, 1 person can handle the kitchen. Same with the boxing area. It can get a little too crowded anyways. Certainly if you're a manager, as it is in real life, a manager needs to float around and kind of make sure everything is working efficiently, and, you know, jump in where they're needed. I myself have worked at a bunch of restaurants, including places like this, so this game can really, you know, test my patience at times, and I try to be patient, but it can get a little aggravating. So you come in here and pick up pizzas if you want to deliver. And there is, out in the neighborhood here, there's an A street, a B street, and a C street. And we have deliveries on all 3. I have this little scooter thing over here, but I'll hop into a car. And we will head to A street first. Looks like we have A3. So these are all the houses of the players normally, but since I'm the only one here, there'll be these sort of kind of creepy looking, like, generic peoples. Whoops, sorry, got the wrong one. So yeah, it's okay, you won't lose any money or anything like that. Yeah, so you equip the right pizza for the right house, that's helpful, and you move on. And if they have more than 1 order, they will tell you, or the orders will start flashing down below, and it looks like, yeah, over on the next street we're going to encounter that. So here's the next one. It's be 5. You can also equip it before you, I think you can equip it before you get in the car, and then it will still be in your hand when you get out. Either that or you'll be ready to equip it again. Hold on. I'll try it on the next one. There's usually more delivery drivers than anything, it seems like, when I go into the public servers. But you need them. When it's busy and there's a lot of pizzas getting cranked through, you need them to get delivered quickly, because they will despawn after a while. And you see how that started flashing there, and he's saying that he's missing food. Or they are saying, I guess I should say, since they're so nondescript looking. Okay, so we're all delivered, and so we are pretty near the supply warehouse, so we'll head over there. Okay, so I always just swing around to the opposite side. Other people like to turn around or back in, or to the closest bay. I just swing around to the other side. I feel like it's just a little easier. Move this up a little more. I tend to zoom in a little bit. I like to like park right up against the side of it there. Just saves you the trouble of any boxes falling in between, or crates rather. So when you're back here, and again, there will be a tutorial if you've never played this before, but you want to just stand on these buttons and the crates will come down. And when you first get into, like, say you have a private server, you just take a couple of trips back and forth with the trucks to max everything out, all of your toppings and the boxes and the dough and the drinks. And I think you can fit like at least 30 crates in every truck. I'm kind of meticulous about this stuff. Maybe it's a little bit of OCD. Like, I try to be like really efficient with space. Like in real life, this is how I am. Like it's just my thing. Like I'm always like, like for instance, I play in a few bands and they all rehearse in the same room. And so it's a lot of equipment, a lot of amplifiers and drums and everything, and I'm like always looking at the room and trying to figure out the way to like make it so like everything's on the outside and there's enough room for everyone to just stand in the middle and have a lot of open space. And like, I don't know, it's just my way, but it's just my thing. So, but I'll just throw these in here so I can kind of quickly get back there. But I typically stack them, kind of neat and organized to get as much in there as I can. But yeah, I'll spare you that right now. Okay. And just swing around to the other side so I don't run into the other truck. I've seen some people will back all the way down this street because you do have to back into the loading bay. But I'm pretty decent, I guess, at swinging around and backing in. Sometimes I do it right away. Other times I hit the building a bunch of times. We'll see what happens. And that dump there is where you can, I believe, sell different products that you get. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's see. There we go. Third try. So you back in, there's 2 spots there. I backed into this one. You throw this lever, and the crates will all go sliding down there. If they get jammed up down there, just grab whatever one's sort of in the way. See how that is there? Let's pull that out of the way. And they'll all go up. You don't want to jump in there unless you want to kill yourself. But if you go on this thing, that's what will happen. You'll go up, and you'll get sucked up in there, and then you will fall apart. And yeah, so that's it for there. Oh hey, $50. Now that's after selling, what, 5 pizzas, I think, or something like that. So the more pizzas you crank through there, the more money you're going to make. That's not a typical paycheck for sure. Um, oh, hey, let me jump into the manager's chair and become the manager. Oops. Um, as the manager, well, here, I was going to show you, you can like give these gifts to everyone. And when you open up the gifts, you'll see that there'll be something that you can use for your home. In most cases, sometimes they're like these goofy little sticker things. I'm still not sure what those are for, but I've gotten like, a TV, a bed, furniture for the house and things like that, which I'm finally putting to use. There's these other little goofy things. Hold on, let me show you. I wish it was real. Like, this is like a little flamethrower thing, blowtorch, and it doesn't actually work on anyone. I really wish it did. It would be helpful. I wish I could bring my band hammer in this game, but unfortunately you can't. But as the manager, you can. There's a few different things you could do. You can, if say the pizza boxer or a delivery driver is just like hanging out in here not doing anything, you just highlight them, and this little box will appear around them, and these options will pop up when you click on it, and you can put them back to work is one of the options. So you'll send them, they'll just teleport back to wherever they're supposed to be. You can give bonuses. It's a $150 bonus. You can make someone the employee of the day, and their face will be up here on this board and everything. There's one in the back as well. You can, if someone's being disruptive, you can vote to have them kicked out of the game. All the players will have something will pop up on their screen, and they can either vote to kick them out or keep them. You can also, if the manager is not, well, good, I guess would be the word that comes to mind, you can vote. You can vote to remove the manager as well. Or if you don't want to be manager, you can just lose that job description as well. And that's pretty much about it. As I said, if you have like 5 or 6 people working, you can crank a lot of pizzas out. I have worked in a bunch of restaurants, and I know that the better people work together, the better everything runs for sure. I mean, it's like that with any business, but restaurants, people tend to be, there's so much more individuality with people who are working in restaurants, so it can be hard to get everyone on the same page, which is certainly it correlates with Roblox pretty well with all the different personalities you encounter on here. But this game can be a lot of fun. I really enjoy it whenever everything's working well, at least. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think we covered everything. We won't see any sort of a double time. It won't happen right now because I'm just here by myself. It seems to take a little bit longer to come about whenever you're in a private server and not going through as much product. So, but yeah, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I get to play this with you sometime. Take care, and I will see you again soon.